to be able to stand up to a cabinet minister and say what he thinks and what is missing. He stood up to it, and that is when I felt a transformation from a boy to a man, to be able to stand up to his ideas and say, look, this is what I feel should be done for the welfare in the country. I think that was the real transformation in this whole process. The whole journey with Athena has been very interesting. First of all, Athena decided not to take Artham in, but the fighter in Artham came up, and he decided that probably when explaining in words, could not explain exactly what he intends doing. And he then decided to make a presentation to Rahul sir. Rahul sir, after looking at his presentation, his ideas, was very impressed. And then he decided that we must be the part of the Athena team. So we started on a very interesting note. Thereafter, the journey became very integrated together, and the best part was Artham's ideas of the project, wherein he decided to build 3D printed spectacles for underprivileged children, which was always his own brainchild. And this was then presented to Team Athena, which was appreciated very well. Then Artham came to his mold, and first of all he went to a Kendriya Vidyalaya top management and presented this idea to them. They allotted a school to him, which was Kendriya Vidyalaya Tughlakabad, and where he decided to do a full eye camp for the children between class 5 to class 8. He was suspecting that after the COVID, and anyway otherwise due to excessive use of mobile and laptops, the kids probably are having this problem. And this he felt because he also was going through it when he was at that age. And with that empathy, that he had built in, and the 3D printing that he learned in a Harvard summer school course, he did this eye camps. And to my shock personally, we found that 25 to 30% students in that age group had vision problems. I was not part of the work before it, but I was there in the camp, and I was amazed to see the various size of spectacles he made so that the spectacles fit exactly to the size of the various kids. The kids were of all shapes and sizes. And then he got the glasses from Chandni Chowk, where he was going in those, wholesalers, meeting them, getting those glasses, fit them, took a lot of pain, and finally delivered it. And when he delivered those glasses, the smile on the children's face was unbelievable. And the stories they were telling us that, they were scared of sharing this with their parents because they didn't want their parents to spend this money. The whole process of it, was so fulfilling. And Athena was always encouraging him to do it. He was sharing, okay, this has happened today here in this school, that school. And then his principal of DPSRK program, she said, you're doing this in a different school, do it in my school. The camp was done for the school, and amazingly, again, here the ratio was even worse, to most of our shock. And 30% of the kids were found to have the vision problem. When the project he did in the school, again, it was very fulfilling for him as well as for us. Then he took this pain to take this up to, because he felt that this is a huge problem in the whole country. Can't do it by himself. So he decided that he wants to escalate it to the government. And then he pushed me, and I organized some meetings with the Honorable Minister for Women and Child Development, also HRD Minister, and they were very kind enough to listen to him, to be able to stand up to a cabinet minister and say what he thinks and what is missing, despite their time and of course issues that a young boy is telling us things what are required to be done. But he stood up to it, and that is when I felt a transformation from a boy to a man, to be able to stand up to his ideas and say, look, this is what I feel should be done for the welfare in the country. I think that was the real transformation in this whole process. More than the whole application process, which again I thoroughly enjoyed as a father, because it was getting to know Artham better and to see what he wants to do, and also for him to do the whole thinking, which Athena did very beautifully, to bring out various aspects of his own personality, brainstorming with him. And it was done in a manner in which I think he was extremely comfortable. To see all this transformation is something that makes us believe that, he's doing now the right step to take his ideas, education to a higher level and come up with some better and more beautiful things in his life, and which would probably make us feel even prouder. Athena has been a very good partner, I would say, in this whole journey. Never we felt that, we could not escalate anything to them. Even if we were saying that, should we be putting an application in this college or that college, I think they never flinched, said, no, we will do everything. And I think they really went out of the way. I mean, I've heard a lot of horror stories with the education consultants, and I found everything to be opposite of that. And we worked very closely together as real partners. And they only had Artham's best interest in their mind. And I think they really put their best efforts, and it became almost like a family terms. We spent a lot of time together, and it was always fun coming to Athena and talking to all of them, the entire team. Dikshita, Tanya, Akanksha, I think they were all fantastic. We had a great time.